The sun rises over the vast green fields, casting a golden glow on the quiet village. A soft breeze moves through the trees, carrying the scent of damp earth. Birds sing in harmony as the morning awakens. Smoke rises from distant homes, a sign that another day has begun. The air is crisp, fresh, untouched by the rush of city life. A woman steps out of her mud brick house, adjusting the dupatta over her head. Her eyes scan the horizon, taking in the peaceful surroundings. With a deep breath, she soaks in the morning calm. The world is still, except for the rhythmic creaking of a hand pump nearby. She walks over, her hands firm but gentle as she draws water. The cool liquid splashes into the metal bucket, droplets glistening in the first rays of sunlight. She lifts the bucket with ease, carrying it back towards the house. Her bare feet press against the cool earth, moving with the quiet efficiency of someone who has done this 1,000 times. She sprinkles water on the dusty ground outside her home, keeping it fresh and clean. The wet earth darkens, releasing a soothing, familiar scent. The animals stir as she approaches. The cow shifts lazily, flicking its tail, while the buffalo snorts in anticipation. She pats them gently, whispering a few words as she pours fresh fodder into their trough. A calf nudges her playfully, and she smiles before stepping away. Inside, the house is simple yet warm. A flickering lantern rests on a wooden shelf, though its light is no longer needed. The woman moves with practiced ease, folding a charpoy and setting it aside. She picks up a brass container, shaking it lightly. Enough milk remains for the morning meal. She lights the stove, feeding it with dried twigs. Flames crackle to life, dancing beneath the clay chulha. A pot of water is placed over it, the first step in preparing tea. The soft bubbling sound fills the air as she crushes fresh ginger between her fingers, adding it to the pot. The scent rises, mixing with the smoky warmth of the kitchen. She kneads dough, her hands pressing and folding with quiet strength. A rolling pin glides smoothly over the wooden board, flattening the dough into perfect rounds. The griddle heats up, waiting for the first paratha to sizzle against its surface. A dollop of homemade butter sits nearby, fresh and rich. Beyond the walls of her home, the village slowly comes to life. Distant voices call out morning greetings. A cart rolls by, its wooden wheels creaking. Somewhere, laughter echoes, a child chasing a runaway hen. But inside this small, warm kitchen, the world feels still. The woman moves with focus, lost in the rhythm of her morning routine. There is no rush, no urgency. Just the simple, steady flow of life, unfolding as it always has. She places the tray on the woven mat, arranging the plates with quiet precision. The warmth of the food rises into the cool morning air, drawing eager hands closer. The eldest member of the family murmurs a quiet blessing, a tradition passed down through generations. The first bite is taken in silence, a moment of appreciation before conversation begins. The parathas are soft, layered, and rich with butter, torn apart and dipped into the creamy yogurt. The tea is sipped slowly, the taste of cardamom lingering on the tongue. A child reaches for an extra piece, his fingers glistening with melted butter. A playful scold follows, laughter breaking through the morning calm. The rhythm of life here is simple, no rush, no distractions, just the presence of family and the satisfaction of a shared meal. A young boy listens intently as his grandmother tells an old story, her voice steady and familiar. It's a tale she has told countless times, yet it never loses its charm. He leans in, captivated, his paratha forgotten on his plate. Across from him, a woman pours another cup of tea for her husband, who nods in quiet gratitude. Words are not always necessary. In moments like these, gestures speak louder. A cool breeze rustles the leaves, carrying the scent of fresh earth and distant flowers. The village beyond their small courtyard is waking up, but here, time moves differently. A rooster crows, a cart rolls by, but inside this circle, the world feels still. The bonds formed over these simple meals are unshaken by time. The conversation shifts to the day ahead, fields that need tending, clothes that must be washed, errands that must be run. Yet no one seems in a hurry. There is an unspoken understanding that everything will be done in its own time. The elders sip their tea, the younger ones finish their food, and the meal slowly comes to an end. Plates are gathered, stacked neatly to be washed. The last sip of tea is savored before the cups are set aside. A child, now full and content, leans against his grandmother's shoulder, his eyelids growing heavy. A woman wipes her hands on her dupatta, looking around with quiet satisfaction. There is no grandeur in this moment, yet it holds everything: love, tradition, and the quiet joy of a life lived simply. The family begins to disperse, some heading to their daily tasks, others lingering a little longer. The courtyard empties, but the warmth of the gathering lingers in the air. The woman picks up the tray, the faint scent of butter and tea still clinging to it. Another meal served, another morning shared. She carries the dishes inside, the sound of laughter still echoing in her mind.